rsn.net.au.
Top line Group 1 winning mares Steps in Time and Red Tracer often did battle against each other on the turf, and now they're doing battle against each other on the breeding pastures at Kitchwin Hills in New South Wales. And Kitchwin Hills have got behind following their progress as they race each other to see who drops that first foal first by inviting members of the public to follow the progress on both Facebook and Twitter. Quite an interesting opportunity to have a chat to Mick Malone from Kitchwin Hills. Mick, how you going?
Good, Adam. How are you, mate?
I'm very well. It's quite interesting, these two horses, these two great mares who we saw so many times in battle, and here they are side by side having a little bit of a race, I guess, to speak. Who's going to foal first? Of course, both having their first opportunities as mums.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting. Obviously, we stand Dane Shadow and Red Traces by Dane Shadow, so often we're disappointed when Steps in Time would beat her on the track, and I never thought at that point that they'd be standing side by side as I speak, looking out my window in my foaling paddock, both due to foal to Sebring, only sort of a week apart. So yeah, it's ironic that they're together now.
So both are on track. Who's ahead?
I think Steps in Time's ahead. She's due earlier. She's due a week earlier than Tracer. But I must say, with maiden mares when they're foaling, the minute you say they're going to foal, they won't. And if you say they won't, they will. But both have sort of enough udder and are very sort of moochy and getting off by themselves a fair bit now that either could foal first. But if I was a betting man, and I am, I'd say Steps in Time will foal first.
You mentioned that Red Tracer was bred at Kitchwin Hills. It must be great having her back.
Yeah, it's great. And it's great for the farm and sort of epitomises what we're trying to do. Like Red Tracer had 38 starts, 15 wins, seven seconds and 7 thirds. Like she was just a super race mare, and whenever you can produce almost like that off the farm, just shows that you're doing something right. And Red Tracer's mother's here's Kisma, who's in foal to Reduced Choice, who's due a bit later on in the year. And then, yeah, Steps in Time, again, like super race mare in the Coolmore, and her mother's here as well, so we've got the whole family.
Kitchwin Hills is quite progressive with the way they promote themselves and use a lot of social media and videos as well. And it's great that you've really invited and involved the public to watch these two mares go through the process.
Yeah, I think it's so often these great race mares just disappear. You know, guys, like especially, like a mare like Red Tracer, she was just a tough, gallant mare. You know, like she won 2 Group 1, 2.3 million in prize money, and like she beat Catkins, who won the Straucho yesterday in the Maya Classic. And I just think that it's great that the public can just follow and just sort of see what happens in the background. It's an amazing industry, and sometimes we take it for granted. And if people can get involved, and it's great that the owners are happy for it to happen as well. I think it's great for the industry.
Just changing tact a little bit, you've got Time for War having his first season at Stud, the multiple Group 2 winner. How's he settled in?
Yeah, he's great. He's really, really good, and we've been very happy with the reception. He's a lovely horse. Anyone who comes up and has a look at him is quick to jump a mare to him. He's so much like his dad Schnitzel. It's ironic how close they are alike. And I guess if you look with what's working in Australia at the moment, he sort of has that look to him. You know, so often these really fast, early, precocious, on the speed 2-year-old colts that. You know, they don't have to be Group 1 horses. So, you know, we're really seeing it now in the likes of Owen Invincible and Hinchinbrook and Beneteau, those sort of stands. They were just sharp and early, and they put that into their progeny, which really, really works well with our trainers and our system. So you know, it's good that he's being recognised as that, and he's got a great ownership base, which again gives him a good start with the likes of your Francis Cooks and your Neil Werrits and your Whitbys and those guys. So he gets a really good chance.
I know it's early days, but is there a particular type of mare or type of bloodline that you think he'll be suited to?
I think you know, we've had a fair bit of success selling Schnitzels, and so often people think you've got to send a really big mare to Schnitzel to get, because he's quite a neat, you know, he's 15'3", Time for War's just a touch taller than his dad, but I just think you've just got to send mares with a bit of length, you know, and you don't have to send speed bombs to those types of stands to get a fast horse. He really works well with sort of dour silelines from the mare point of view. But look, I think the neat sort of sons of Schnitzel and any of that reduced line, they're quite easy to make too with the right mare. But the mares that he's getting look to suit from what I've seen so far.
And what are his numbers for his first season?
Yeah, like all of this in the Hunter Valley, it's a tough game. It's Group 1 level up here, you really got to bat. But I'll be very surprised if he doesn't sort of get his 100 to 110, which is a good start for any spinner.
Certainly is. Well, Mick, thanks for your time this morning. It's been great hearing about Steps in Time and Red Tracer. Best of luck with both of those mares as they foal in the next couple of weeks, and also with Time for War standing at start for the first time this season. Mick, once again, thank you.
Thanks for having us on, Adam.
Mick Malone from Kitchwin Hills in the Hunter Valley joining us on The Thoroughbred.